Hi everybody, it's Danielle, your HPS garden coordinator. Today is our first virtual cooking demo of the season. We are not yet able to be up on the farm, but if we were, we would be harvesting strawberries this week. Yes, those of you who can see from your apartments have a bird's eye view that there are strawberries growing, and we hope to get up there soon to harvest and enjoy them. But in the meantime, I am going to bring you a favorite recipe from last year using our strawberries. It is the strawberry shrub. So go get yourself some strawberries from a local green market or from the grocery store, and we'll get cooking. So if you're not familiar with a shrub, it is a sweet tart syrup that really highlights fruit in a delicious way. So it's like making a simple syrup with fruit, but instead of stopping there and having just a syrup, we add a vinegar to give it that tart flavor. And it comes from times when adding an acid was necessary for preserving food. Nowadays, the shrub we make, you'll still keep it in your fridge, and the vinegar will help it last a lot longer than just a plain fruit-forward syrup. But you'll still want to use it within a month or two in your fridge. So the ingredients you need for a shrub are very simple. It's any type of fruit. In the summer, we're going to use strawberries. In the winter, I've made it as a holiday gift using cranberries and black pepper and herbs. So you can really be creative here with whatever flavor you want to go with. Today we're going to use strawberries, and you'll also need a tasty vinegar. I got these strawberries from a local farm in Ohio, and they also made homemade apple cider vinegar, so we're going to give that a go today. Apple cider vinegar is a great option, so is champagne vinegar, maybe red wine vinegar. And then other than that, you'll just need sugar and water for that simple syrup base. So I'm going to use a raw coarse sugar, but any sugar will work. Same with honey. You could even use maple syrup for a different flavor profile. Traditionally, there are two methods for making a shrub. The first is a cold method where you let your chopped berries and the vinegar and the sugar soak as a mixture and kind of meld together over the course of 8 or more hours. But there's also a hot method that is much quicker and a little easier to make sure all of your ratios are right and you have a delicious outcome. So we're going to go with the hot method today, which is basically using a stovetop to make a simple syrup with the fruit. And after straining the simple syrup, we will add the vinegar in the correct proportions. So for tools today, you'll need a saucepan, and you'll also need some measuring tools for dry and wet ingredients, something to stir with, and a fine mesh strainer to strain out all of the strawberry pulp so you get a nice, smooth, bright liquid. You'll also want a container that can hold hot liquids to both store your shrub in, but also will strain into this container and mix the vinegar in here. That way we can taste test it while it's still warm, and we can figure out if we need to add more of the sugar solution or the vinegar to get it to a taste that we like. A shrub is very simple to scale to any amount that you want in the end. So you think about as many cups of ingredients as you add at the beginning, you'll come out with about half of that at the end, because the cup or two of sugar you add is going to dissolve. The cups of strawberries you add are also going to break down, and you really end up with a smaller amount of liquid. So today I have about 4 cups of cut strawberries. So I'm going to use 2 cups of sugar and 2 cups of water. So the ratio is equal amounts sugar and water and 2 times as much fruit as the sugar or the water. So 2 cups water, 2 cups sugar, 4 cups of fruit. We're here at medium high, about 5 minutes in, and the shrub smells delicious and is starting to bubble. I'm gonna give it a stir and keep an eye on it to watch for the strawberries breaking down. We are about 10 minutes in now, and the syrup is boiling. I wish we had smell-o-vision because these strawberries smell so good, but you'll just have to make it for yourself. We're gonna keep stirring here, keep the strawberries moving. As you can see, they are breaking down a bit. They're really soft, but they're still holding their shape quite a bit, so we're gonna let them keep going. Okay, it's been just over 15 minutes, and this syrup is looking great. So I can feel when I stir it, it's mostly liquid. A lot of the liquid and juices has come out of the strawberries. They're super mushy. They're kind of starting to lose their color, which you can see their color is all in that beautiful syrup. So I'm going to cool the mixture just a bit now, turn the heat off, and as soon as it's a little more cooled, I will strain it into our jar. So our syrup was cooled enough to strain it into our measuring cup here. Check out that beautiful color. It smells delicious, just looks amazing. So you'll remember making a shrub is just a ratio recipe. So we did 1 part sugar, 1 part water, 2 parts fruit to begin. And with ours, we came out with about 4 cups of the syrup component. And then you'll add the vinegar. So we can do 2 parts syrup to 1 part vinegar to make a very tart mixture. Or you could do 3 parts syrup, 1 part vinegar, 4 parts syrup, 1 part, depending on how sweet you want it versus how tart you want it. So I'm gonna start in a little bit more of a sweet mixture. I'm gonna do 3 parts syrup and 1 part vinegar. Go 3 parts syrup, 1 part vinegar. So this jar can hold about 4 cups to the top. So I'm gonna add just about 2.5 cups of our syrup. Oh my God, it smells so good. And then about 3/4 of a cup or so of vinegar. It smells really delicious. I'll give it a taste and we'll see if we want to just stir. Mix those 2 components together and I'll give it a little taste. That's delicious. Definitely on the tart side. So I'm gonna add just a little bit more of our syrup. So it's helpful to start, not mixing them fully together. I have some extra of each to play with to get exactly what I want. So we'll add a bit more of our syrup. Maybe I'll make a little bit more in a smaller jar with my extra vinegar, but this here is a beautiful, delicious final product of our shrub. Up next, I will show you a quick way to enjoy this shrub. I, for one, love strawberry basil together. So just harvested some basil from our herb garden outside. Also smells delicious. I got a tall glass of ice because the shrub is still hot. And I'm gonna add about 2 tablespoons of the shrub and fill the rest of the top with sparkling water, add my basil, and enjoy. Thanks for following along, everybody. I miss you. I hope you enjoy this recipe. Send me pictures if you make it and let me know what you think. Cheers.